I'm from, either you're gonna be great or you be a statistic. Say this, it changed fast though. Coming from Reed in high school, I went there 9th grade, 10th grade, and I transferred to MLK my 11th grade year. But once I became a star in high school, it changed drastically. I wake up and said, Dad, what time we going to Athens? He said, we ain't going to Athens today, we're going to Gainesville. The billboard outside say Mack Brown committed to Florida.
Hi everyone, it's Chantel and thank you for joining us today with the Developing Athletes podcast. As always, I'm joined by my co-host Shadzilla, but today we have the most amazing guest with us, Mack Brown. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you guys for having me on the show today.
Yeah,
All right. So, let's just get straight to it. Tell the world who you are. I know you're from Atlanta, but you have to introduce yourself to not only me, but to everyone. So you're Mack Brown. You're from Atlanta. You're a former running back in the NFL. I know now that you're in the finance space, but tell me a little bit about what steps you took and what life looked like before entering the NFL.
So I'm Mack Brown from Decatur, actually, right outside Atlanta. I grew up in a household of 5. My dad, Mack Sr., mother, Erica, 2 sisters. But where I'm from, either you're going to be great or you be a statistic. When I say be great, it means you got to stay focused. Greatness could be going to school, getting A's and B's, going to college. So for me, I took the route of playing football. And by playing football, it kept me out of trouble.
Yeah.
So Mack Brown growing up is an athlete. That's the Mack Brown growing up.
Did your dad play football?
My dad was a boxer.
Really?
Oh, word.
Yeah, professional boxer. So the mentality of boxers is more like, I can't sub you out the game. It's one-on-one. If you get hit hard, you got to get back up. If you don't get back up, you knocked out.
Oh, that's perspective.
Yeah, so as me growing up in my community is people can't sub me out. If I get in trouble, that's on me.
Yeah.
If I be successful, that's on me.
You were aware of your person.
Every day, all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to be a leader where I'm from because a true leader encourages people to come along with them. So people say, who am I? I'm a kid from Decatur, but I always want to be great in anything I do.
Yeah. I love that. So was your dad really athletic around the house? Did he have you, because you're the only son, right?
Yeah, I'm only son.
So did he have you doing anything extra, like push-ups all the time or other boxing things that he was into? What did it look like?
It's funny. You know what? My dad, he's real athletic. But my sisters, they both athletic too. But he didn't really have time. My dad was working all day long. He did HVAC. So only time I really see my dad is when we go to practice. But around the house, it's just me terrorizing my sisters.
Okay. So it was just in you, though.
Yeah, it was in me. Yeah. Since I was a little kid, I always been athletic.
Okay.
Always been fast. I had cousins that was fast. I had friends that's fast. So, you compete early on and you want to be the best. You want to be first in recess of touching the playground and going back to the starting line.
Yeah.
So it's just always been a fun edge for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I have a question. Do you feel like the football really kept you out the streets? How did you have that awareness so young? I need to use this to kind of help propel me to something greater than this so that I can kind of get out of this situation. Where was your head growing up? Did you have that type of awareness at such a young age, or did somebody tell you yo, you're good at this. This is going to be the thing that kind of gets you out of this, and then you just ran with it?
Well, I'll be real with you guys. I never knew what the streets was really. The community I grew up in, it wasn't as good, but I was hidden from it.
Yeah.
My mom and dad kept us so focused, kept us in after school activities that I had no time to even see the streets really. My uncle was a pastor. My mom was a pastor. My dad is a boxer, so it's a household.
You can't play.
You can't play. You can't play at all. And I had leaders around my community that just kept me forward. Even my mom. My mom's a great leader. But you think about where I'm from, we had one of the parks that was one of the best parks in Georgia history. Central Decatur Jaguars, one of the best football teams ever.
Okay.
You got kids that's still playing pro ball. So the thing is, if you want to be good in your team or be great in life, you compete every day in practice. So staying focused is something I'm naturally to do. I never want to make my parents discouraged by anything. And I never want to, the word I'm looking for, I always want to make my parents proud.
Yeah.
So people always say growing up, imagine your mom and dad, your mom on your left shoulder, your mom and your dad on your right shoulder. Would you act up if they right on your shoulder? What would you do?
What? I need to know what type of after school programs you were watching where your mom and your dad were on your left and your right shoulder. Because the ones I watched was like an angel and a devil. It wasn't. It was like, which way you gonna go here? It was not like having that type of reinforcement to make sure you do the right thing from one ear, you know, or the other ear. It was either like good or bad, not necessarily you know what better kind of reinforcement.
I think for me, just naturally, I always want to play sports, right? But I knew my mom and dad said you can't play sports if you don't get your grades.
Yeah.
So I did get in trouble in school, but in trouble for me was more just talking around or just goofing around.
You're a good guy, huh?
I try my best. But as far as like skipping school and things like that, I never agree with that because I feel like if I'm in school for the amount of time and those hours, why would I skip class? Because I'm in school for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. And I tell people all the time, you in school for 7 hours, just be in school for 7 hours. Like, if you in class, be in class.
Because you're there anyway. You got to be there.
Because if you walk around the halls, it's hard to walk around the halls.
Yeah, trying to dodge people.
Yeah.
This is more work, bro.
Like, instead of sitting in the classroom. But since I was little, I was real competitive since I was like 5 and 6. And I remember just my first year playing football, I scored 41 touchdowns.
Wait, what?
Freshman in high school.
No, my first year playing football in park ball when I was age 5. And I remember just doing that. I was like, I want to do that again the next year. So it just became a habit. Like I want to always score touchdowns. Because early on, my parents, you see them argue early on, right? But I realized the more I was better in football, the closer they be together. So I kind of played a game like that growing up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's what's up. So speaking of your football career, right? Top 5 running back in the country coming out of high school.
Yeah.
You must have had all kind like LeBron James type height coming out. Yeah. So tell me, like, what was that experience like? What's that feeling like being like sought after, and then you go to a big time school like Florida, like being a top 5 running back in the country? What was that feeling like?
Man, I tell you this, it changed fast though. Mm-hmm. Coming from Reed High School, I went there 9th grade, 10th grade, then I transferred to MLK my 11th grade year. But once I became a star in high school, it changed drastic. I mean, I'm talking about you see Oregon flying in every week. You got Urban Meyer at your school, you know, Jimbo Fisher, and the stardom, it gets to you pretty fast. You know, I'm a guy just like, I want to go to school, you know.
But no, it didn't get to you. Not you with the solid background and all these good foundations.
I tell you the truth though.
You get to anybody.
It gets to you fast.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like, you get stardom quick. So now it's kind of like, how can I dodge this stardom? Why people keep seeing my face on magazine covers, or I got to keep talking to recruits. Before, for me, it's just like, okay, I'm going to go to practice, I'm going to go to games, score a couple touchdowns, go home, and that's it. It changed from doing radio interviews in the morning before class start.
That's crazy.
Radio interviews after practice, photo shoots on weekends. You walk in the gas station, they got my magazine cover in the gas station. You go to the restaurant, they got my magazine in the restaurant. So now it's like, wherever I went, they like, this Mack Brown. So now it's like, okay, I make everybody proud. And as a 17-year-old kid,
that's pressure.
It's pressure.
Yeah.
And looking back, me being 32 now, I'm 33, my bad. Me being 33 now and looking back at me at 17 years old, the pressure got to me. Because going to my senior year, I'm like, I don't want this pressure no more. And you lose the small things that make you great. You try to do greater things to make you great. And maybe you got to do the small things first before you do the great things that make you great.
Do you think you started losing yourself already?
I didn't lose myself, but I didn't want the pressure.
Yeah.
So I remember my first game my senior year, I scored a 99-yard touchdown first play of the game.
Insane.
And I remember going to the second game, I'm like, should I score or should I? Nah, this is real.
Give somebody else a chance.
It's real. It's real. That's in my head. I was thinking that because I'm like, after every game, people want autographs or people say, oh, he might be over himself because he got so many offers. But I'm a guy I'm not over myself. I'm humble, you know?
Yeah.
On the field, I'm not humble. But off the field, I'm a humble person. Mm-hmm. I think on the field, you got to keep that tiger inside you. But I realized I started losing myself because when I was on the field, I didn't feel the tiger no more. And now I'm overthinking stuff. I'm thinking like, if I score this amount of touchdowns this game, will I get more people calling me after the game? And I start getting that pressure on me.
Yeah.
What up, man? It's your boy Shadzilla, and I want to introduce you to my new community, the Post Pro community, where we talk everything from real estate development, capital markets, how to raise capital for deals. We have weekly meetings with experts, as well as myself and my extended team, my vendors, my architect, my civil engineer, my surveyor, my geotech, everybody who I'm involved with that helps put these deals together. We're going to have them come and speak to you as a community as well. So not only do you get me, you get my extended team. We have courses inside. We have challenges. We talk about health and fitness, and everything in between. So if you're interested in leveling up and building wealth with a group that actually does it, click the link below. I'll see you on the inside.
But being real, that pressure is good pressure because pressure makes jewels.
What's the alternative?
It is.
What's the alternative to be exhausting yourself in practice and not getting any type of attention or any offers? But I get it though.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think guys now that get paid in high school, it's easy for them because even though
they ain't got the same struggles we had coming up.
They didn't have the same struggle.
We trying to figure out how to eat, how I'm gonna get home.
You being real. You think about my senior year. I remember I had a car my dad gave me, and I remember it broke down early my senior year, and he had to drop me out of school in a van. Mm-hmm. I'm no more playing the state of Georgia, and I told my dad drop me off behind the school early.
Yeah, you want to see the whip.
You get what I'm saying? So like, I feel like.
Why Mack Brown can't get dropped off in front of school in the van?
Top five running back.
It was different. It was different.
Top five.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
But if we had, I feel like the pressure that came early. If I had more dividends of income in high school, it'd probably be easier for me. But we still had the same struggles.
Yeah, you trying to get it.
Trying.
You ain't got it yet.
I like that. I said, I want to stay focused on football, so like I can get to college and be great, then get to the pros to be great. So then my parents could have money. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, people don't realize the dichotomy, right?
No.
Like, you get all of this fame already. Like, you got all of this attention. You got all of this notoriety. People see beyond your potential now because you're performing and you have attracted all this interest. But you're like, me and my family still stay in the same house. My mom and my dad still going to the same jobs. And so, it's interesting to have to live in that same day to day when you have all of this other energy now coming at you and all of this expectation and things like that. And it's like, you got to the point where even in high school, NIL removed at this stage, or not even a thing at this stage, and you still ashamed to get dropped off in the van. That's a shame.
Yeah, I was, but
like,
just
how?
Even the question you just said, like the statement you just stated, right? I didn't even think about this, right? But my freshman year, sophomore year, my parents going through a divorce, right? Mm-hmm. So I had an edge on the field that people had to feel what I was feeling at home on the field, right? My junior year, they divorced by now, so now it's just me and my dad in the new house, and my sisters live with my mom. So now it's the same feeling. You got to feel what I'm feeling from home. But my senior year, I didn't. What feelings do I have my senior year? I'm number one player in the state of Georgia. Mm-hmm. I'm number 3 running back in the nation. Mm-hmm. I got 65 offers. I'm committed to the top school at the time, University of Florida. So what was my edge?
You know yourself more than everybody.
I do know myself more than everything, but just think about it now. What was my edge? What do they have to feel now that I don't got to feel nothing? I got every offer I wanted to get. What's my edge?
Right.
I'm trying to hide from everybody because they keep offering me all these offers and people I don't want to talk to that I never talked to before calling.
I understand what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Because like when you get recruited, it's fun at first. It's fun. And then it get overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
Because everybody's giving you their best sales pitch. Like, especially if you really want it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand exactly where you're coming from because it does get overwhelming.
But also, too, it's like, I think my senior, I lost the fire. Like, what am I striking for now? I got every offer I want. I'm playing the All-American game at the end of the year. I'm going to University of Florida. It's a top school at the time. We just won that championship 2 years prior. So what was my edge? Both my parents happy I'm going to college on a D1 scholarship. But the thing is, I'm trying to hide from people because I got people randomly like, hey, I see you in the game Friday. You want this? I see a picture in the gas station. I see a picture in the magazine. So it's kind of like, it just got real crazy for me,
Right. So moms play D1 too?
My mom didn't play D1, but my mom's not an athlete.
Oh, okay, I thought.
Now, if you see her, she's not an athlete.
Yeah.
She got nice calves though.
Yeah.
I got my mom calf muscle, so but she's not an athlete. But
that's what's up. So 65 offers out of high school.
Yeah.
What made Florida stand out? Because I know you mentioned Oregon and all these other big time schools. Like, you didn't go to UGA and you from here, so like, what made you go to Florida?
I was going to Georgia.
Yeah.
My dad, man, it's a crazy story. This is a crazy story. First time people ever gonna hear it on air, but I posted with the G-Day. It's June 20th. Mm-hmm. Going to my senior year. It's my junior year summer, going to my senior season. And I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking I'm going to Georgia, to Athens. I wake up and said, Dad, what time we going to Athens? He said, we ain't going to Athens today. We're going to Gainesville. I said, what you mean we going to Gainesville? Going to G-Day. I just talked to Mark Rick. I just committed to Georgia 2 days prior, that Thursday.
Verbally.
I just committed to Georgia. Me and Al Ogletree committed the same day. My dad was like, no, we going down to Gainesville. Me, Coach Jarvis, and Bryce. I said, hold on, so everybody going to Gainesville and I ain't know nothing about Gainesville? So I tell my dad immediately, like, listen, so my dad's a boxer, bro, so mentality is like, you know, they got different mentality than I have. He said, no, we're going to Gainesville today. I said, well, I'm not committing. We get down to Gainesville. Before we get out of the car, I said, listen, I'm not committing to Florida. I already committed to Georgia.
I don't even know why we here.
So I don't know why we here. It's real. Georgia, Florida, my top 2 schools, but
yeah,
I want to go to Georgia. I was a big No Sean Marino fan. We get to the stadium. I see Urban Meyer talking to my dad. I'm talking to Urban Meyer, talking to different players. I mean, I'm excited. I am down here. My grandma's an hour away, so I'm like, it's a blessing to be in Gainesville.
Good family trip.
But still, I'm not committing. So an hour go by, Herb say, are you committed? I look at my dad. I'm 17. I feel like I don't really have a voice just yet. So I'm looking at my dad like, it's your turn to jump in. My dad do this like, it's time. I said, huh? The billboard outside say Mack Brown committed to Florida. Well, just like that.
That's how you committed?
Just like that.
So dad pressure you
it's just
to
like
commit.
That. Yeah,
It sounds like he
real.
literally orchestrated that whole situation.
This real. So I'm saying going to my senior year.
Did dad get a deal from Florida?
Man, I don't know, man. But like that's what really happened. I never like I'm and this is real. This is real. And you walk out to the field. I committed. I get back home like, okay, I know I committed, but it's a verbal commit. I can always change my commit. Yeah. 2 days later, my sister's like, man, look at AJC. They talking about you bad in the Georgia paper.
Oh, for real?
Georgia fans talking crazy. So in my head, I'm looking like, I committed.
Yeah.
I'm going to Florida for real now. I got
so now they hate it. Now it's locked in. Because look, the verbal, what people don't know is verbal. You could change that.
Nowadays you can, but back then, you know, AJC, you can change it back then.
I committed to every school I visited.
You did?
Yeah.
But
Of course he did, everyone who's watching.
I wasn't used to it.
They wine and dine me. I'm like, I'm coming here. I go to the next school, I'm coming here. I go to the next school, I'm coming here.
Yeah.
Like I did that 5 times, though.
So I didn't even see
that
one of my senior year, I didn't even take all my official visits. My dad was like, nah, I only took one.
Yeah.
To Florida. I didn't go to none of my top. I mean, I wanted to go to Oklahoma, Florida State, Alabama, Tennessee. I didn't go to none of my officials except Florida.
See, the reason why I committed to every school though, it was different because I was a late bloomer, so I was never like wanted. I want top 5 coming out of high school.
Yeah.
I walked on in JUCO, so it's like, oh, you want me? I'm going with you. You want me? I'm going with you.
I got you. So you was kind of just.
I was just happy, like, damn, somebody want me. Like I've been putting in the work though, but then like when they come back around, it's like we want you. And I'm like, damn, y'all want me? It's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how it happened with me.
And I think for me, if I would have went all my official business and if I didn't have to commit the way I committed, it would have been different going to my senior year. So things just changed drastic. Like you're a young 17-year-old when you're at top schools, your whole life is Georgia. And they talking about you bad in the paper. Like,
did you resent your dad for that? Like,
you know what?
What happened after that?
Not really resent, but for a while I was pissed. Even when I got to college. I know you probably asked this question later about college, but when I got to college, I was like, man, you got me in a bad situation.
You ain't like the Florida situation?
You know what? It wasn't I didn't like the Florida situation. It's just me being a running back. A lot of people that was older than me, they mentored me like, listen, Mac, the running scheme that you effective is a balanced back. You need to be in a single backfield, zone read, not in the shotgun playing, not in the shotgun doing it. Not a zone read like that, but you need to be in a more of a pro style offense. So you think about Georgia's pro style, Matthew Stafford. You think about Oklahoma, Sam Bradford.
Love Matthew Stafford. Yeah.
Pro style. James Winston pro style, but you think about Tim Tebow at Florida, it's spread offense. They said, Mac, you're not a spread offense running back. So in my head, I start thinking more like, why my dad want me to go to Florida if it's spread? And also 2 people was telling me that Herb not going to be there after my freshman year, and he ended up leaving after my freshman year. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to prepare early. Like, if older running backs like Caleb King saying, Mac, you might need to go to Georgia because you give yourself a better opportunity at Georgia, you be a great star at Georgia. I'm like, I want to go to Georgia. So that's why I committed to Georgia. So for a while I did. I was pissed for a while. And my college career never got to what I dreamed of getting to.
Hey, if you out there and you want to learn how to do real estate development, whether it's building single houses, communities, or tiny home communities, join the Post Pro community today. I'm in there giving game. I'm walking you through all of our $60 million in developments. I'm showing you everything. I'm connecting you with the vendors. We're doing property walks, the whole nine. Click the link below and join today. Yeah.
You think that was a product of choice?
Nah, not choice. Just far as stuck in my own way.
I got you.
If you stuck in your own way as a 17-year-old kid going to be 18, 19, 20, you like, I'm trying to reach for the water. I'm trying to reach for breath. I'm trying to get to the top of the water. But I feel like I'm still drowning because I never committed verbally of myself. I never chose to go to Florida myself. I always wanted to go to different schools. I wanted to go on my visit. So now you just think about the past decisions that was made, and you're trying to reach for
You're trying
the
to
future.
reconcile things.
But you can't stay in the present because you think about the past too much. So that's what happened. So I got stuck in my ways, but being real, hindsight, Florida was the best decision I made. I met a lot of brothers, like my boy Ron Ball, he passed away years ago, and that's one of my best friends. I met my brother Trent Brown and Bullard Valdez, like different guys I play ball with.
Trent Brown for the Niners, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So different guys I like, best friends and brothers that I have to this day, like Mike Taylor, like I would never reach for better brothers than I had.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Right.
So it
Yeah.
was
That
the
bond.
right school looking back at it, but in college I'm thinking like, man, it's not the right school
didn't
for me.
But a
feel
lot
like
of times
it.
it's just circumstance. Like when
Circumstance.
your coach leave and then a new coach come in, you're not their guys.
I'm not the guy.
So a lot of times, like sometimes a new coach come in and he like you, but you ain't got no control over that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
And Urban's a great coach. You know, being around Urban my freshman year, he's one of the best leaders in the world. So just being around a great leader like Urban, that was amazing, right? But looking back at it, I'm like, man, if I would have just got out my way of just being depressed early, and you can't tell a 17-year-old kid not to be depressed. I've never seen depression before.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a top guy, park ball, middle school, high school. You get to college, you get depression, it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
But if I would have just stayed in school and kept my 2 feet forward, I could have got my speed back early on by staying at school versus coming home on weekends because I'm depressed. So I'm running away from my fears, and I could have just made it right on.
Embraced it.
I think,
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of freshmen go through that.
We go through that.
I was depressed too. Leaving
I went
home.
through it every year in
I went home every weekend.
I mean,
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
bro.
Because it was just different. It's like I'm
different,
up
yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Money ain't really like that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go out. Man, I
Gator
can't go
dining,
out.
food nasty. I'm like, this food trash.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get home to my bed.
So
Yeah.
what was your depression from?
Man,
Not playing or?
I mean, listen, freshman year happened. I wasn't starting. I go in my sophomore year. So my first spring in Florida, I'm like number 2 in the depth chart. I'm doing great in spring. Broke my ankle. And the crazy thing about that practice was my uncle passed away from cancer the day before that.
The pastor.
No, my other uncle,
Okay.
Uncle Wendell. So I told Coach Muschamp, the new coach came in. I said, Muschamp, you know, I lost my uncle. I might go home instead of practice today. He's like, yeah. He said, go home with your family. Next morning, I walk in the facility. I say, you know what? Let me practice. Because if I'm on the road, I never lost nobody. If I'm on the road, it'd be hard for me to drive home like this. That same practice, I broke my ankle. You get what I'm saying? So that took me out for another year of college. So the pressure came from not playing at all, freshman year, sophomore year, being 3rd and 4th string on depth chart.
Yeah.
Redshirt junior year, still depressed. I finally get on the field and I led my team in rushing yards. Then I get injured end of that year. Going to my senior year, I'm leading the whole team in training camp. I get benched my whole entire senior year.
No way.
Yeah, so
They got an NFL caliber running back on the bench. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, I probably played a total of 75, 80 snaps, probably. Maybe
Okay.
85
In
snaps.
college?
On college.
Outside of injuries, yeah.
89, just being benched.
Yeah.
Outside injuries, yeah. Yeah, just being benched.
So you go into the NFL season undrafted after college, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about how you landed. Who was the first team you played with?
First time I played with was Washington,
Okay.
the Redskins.
How'd you get there?
So story before that. So
Okay.
my senior year, I didn't play my senior year. So most people that don't play their senior year of college, how would you go to the pros? I already knew this written was on the wall. I told my dad my senior year, I said, listen, at the spring ball, I led the team in rushing. I said, I don't think they're going to let me play like that. And I told him, I said, I need to go ahead and transfer. So I'm taking extra classes so I can go ahead and I want to go to Clemson. My dad was like, nah, man, if you quit now, you quit later in life. You got to stay there and keep 2 feet in. He kept saying that. So I stayed at school. And first game of the season, I led the team rushing. And I got benched every game after that.
Why is
This
that
is
if
you
you're
in Florida.
performing?
My senior year.
This was Muschamp.
Muschamp, yeah.
So who was in front of you?
We had Matt Jones, great running back. Kevin Taylor, Fred Taylor's son, great running back. Then they had another guy they put in front of me. It was really just those two guys. But they wanted to kind of go those two guys on the depth chart. Kevin Taylor was Mr. Florida. Matt Jones is a 6'2", 230-pound running back, pro-style running back. He ended up going third round that year. So it's great backs, though. But I feel like I made my way to get a rotation. Right. But if I rewind it for a little bit, if I'm Muschamp, I bench myself too. Right? Reason why I say that, because if you see the same thing happen sophomore year, junior year, Matt continue to get hurt. What's gonna happen in senior year? He gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
But
they didn't want to depend on you.
They didn't want to depend on you
because they felt like you was injury prone.
Yeah.
But man, you in a gladiator sport, man.
It is.
Get hurt fucking going to the concession stand sometimes.
But as a leader now, in being a leader now in this society, and I think about if somebody late to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're gonna be late to work Thursday. So I'm saying is, if I would have changed the trajectory of my career early on by me not going home all the time on weekends, if I would have stayed on the track. Because the thing about football is, if your gait is off, a gait is my stride length. If my stride length off, I'm gonna pull a hamstring. If my stride length off, I can't make moves I want to make.
Yeah.
But what the coach didn't know is, I knew that. I watched all my film from freshman year, sophomore, junior year. I knew what's going on. So my senior year, I changed it. I said I need a track coach. So the whole off season going to my senior year, I was on the track training. So what they didn't know is I got my gait back, but they didn't realize it. So you go in the first game of the season, when I led the team rushing, I had my gait back.
Yeah.
But hindsight too is I knew they was gonna bench me every game. So after every game, I had my own game. When I left the game on Saturday, I went to my sandpit in my complex and I trained in my sandpit. I said, I'm not gonna put my fate in man's hands. It's all on God. God gave me the talent. I'm making it to the pros. So after every game, I trained in my sandpit. I wrote the team we played on Saturday, name in the sandpit. So we play LSU. I put LSU Tigers in the sandpit, and I trained for an hour. I did that every Saturday. So yes, the question was how to make it to the pros. Was my only shot was I gotta be great on pro day.
Yep.
So when I got home for all season training, I was training from last January on the track. I was training the whole summer on the track. I was training after every game in the sandpit. Then when I got home for the all season, I trained. So my pro day had a hell of a pro day.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
I love
to
that
make
story
to
so
make
much.
it to the NFL, being benched your senior year in college,
50 yards rushing my senior year.
and still don't you got to get invited to pro day?
Well, pro day, you gotta get invited to combine.
Okay.
Pro day is just
everybody out there, and
it's
you just
your pro day.
impressed.
It's your school.
I got you. Yeah.
So Matt Jones is a great running back, one of the best running backs in the country. A lot of scouts come to see Matt Jones. You think about Trent.
And you can steal the spotlight.
You got Trent Brown. You got Dante Fowler. You got guys
they coming.
First round pick.
And I just gotta let you know I'm here too.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just gotta have a good pro day.
So the Redskins like you, right?
Nah, they didn't like me yet.
Okay, so all right, well, finish telling your story because you know what's next.
So pro day, I had a great pro day. Nobody called me. Houston Texans called me for a mini camp tryout. So I was a rookie mini camp tryout. So I only had 2 days to make the rookie mini camp team. So in those 2 days, I balled out, and Bill O'Brien signed me to the 90-man roster. But you last guy in. If anybody get hurt, you the first guy out.
Right.
So I made the 90-man roster from the rookie mini camp. So I balled out rookie mini camp, made the 90-man roster. About a month in, I got released.
Okay.
And I got sent back home.
From the Redskins?
No, that's from the Texans.
Texans, okay.
Then that's when Washington called me to come to training camp.
Got you. And that was a blessing in disguise because you actually got some time with the Redskins. But let's back up a little bit. Rookie minicamp. Explain to people what rookie minicamp is. You got 2 days to prove yourself.
So rookie minicamp is different. So rookie minicamp, you got the rookies that's trying out for the team. And you got priority free agents, those guys that didn't get drafted, but they are the free agents that the coaches want to see more, so they already signed for the 90-man.
Okay.
And you got the drafted free agents.
Okay.
So the rookie minicamp trial guys, I'm a trial guy. So I'm one of the guys that's basically like, oh, he's just here to get cut.
I don't like how that sounds.
That's how it really is.
That's how they look at it.
That's how it is. But I balled out. One-on-ones, I'm making guys fall down, catching passes, kickoff return, I'm scoring on kickoff return. 11-11, I'm scoring 11-11, going untouched. So like Bill O'Brien looking at me like, who's this rookie minicamp guy? They looking me up like, he had no stats his senior year. Who's this guy? And he's like, man, he called me in the office. I remember he's like, listen, man, we didn't know who you was before you came in, but you had a hell of a rookie minicamp. He said, you're not going home, so keep your bag.
I love that.
But I told my mom before I even left, I'm packing my bag, I'm not coming home. I packed my bag with like 7 outfits. I didn't pack my bag with one outfit. I was staying.
Yeah.
So I remember I broke down.
Mentality.
I said, I'm here, and being there, the waiver wire going around, like a rookie minicamp tryout guy made the 90-man roster. So hindsight, like I'm gonna be somewhere if they cut me. So, and I'm getting released after that. But that's when Washington called me later on. But good thing about this is this: before we get to Washington, is if I was at Florida doing fuck bombs by telling the coaches like "fuck you, y'all bench me," right? They would never give me the pass to get on these rosters. Cause remember, they always go back to the coaches. Like, was Mack Brown an asshole?
What type of guy is he?
I was never like that.
Yeah.
But I remember one of the main scouts, Alex Santos, he asked Matt Jones, that was a starting running back, like, is Mack Brown a good guy? He's like, Mack Brown, one of my closest friends. He's a great guy. He's like, should we bring Mack Brown in? Matt Jones actually gave him the validation, like, Mack Brown's a great running back. He just didn't play. He should have played more. And this is a star running back saying that.
Yeah.
He asked Matt Jones about should Mack Brown come?
Somebody who could potentially come take his spot, and he talking good about him.
That's how I got to Washington Commanders.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Being a good person go far, I guess. Right? Yeah, that's dope.
Oh, I like that you said Commanders now. It's not the Redskins
I know,
anymore.
I said Commanders.
Oh, shit, I keep saying Redskins.
Yeah, it's Redskins, but it's Commanders now. But it was the Redskins at the time, 2015, 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so take us to now Washington. So what's your experience like there? Because it seemed like this was probably one of the peaks of your career.
Yeah, man, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Washington's amazing. I mean, I'm there with one of my best friends growing up, Quinn Dunbar. Well, not growing up, but Quinn Dunbar became one of my best friends in college. He's at Florida. Another best friend, Matt Jones, had another best friend, Jordan Reed, had Josh Evans. So I had a lot of Gators that I played college ball with on the Commanders or Redskins. So being there, I get there early. Being in training camp, they call you a camp body. I'm the last guy on the depth chart, so I'm a camp body. So basically, I'm there just to get a defense a show. I get the ball, get hit, right?
Somebody play.
But being real, the defense was slow. And I'm keeping real. Like, I'm not talking bad about nobody, but the defense I played with at Florida, that was a fast defense.
Okay.
So when I'm going against the defense at Washington, I'm not calling them slow, but I'm saying, like, I went against a top caliber defense at Florida. So when I'm in the Washington Redskins practice, I'm like, hold on, I can make moves and I'm scoring.
Yeah.
So now the coach is seeing me like, this guy really can run, So like the experience of going against a Washington Redskins defense at the time, I went against the best of the best guys in Florida. But Washington experience was amazing because I met a lot of brothers there. And being in the nation's capital, I'm like, I've never been to D.C. as like that before. I never seen the White House before. So leaving practice, going to the White House. But before that, just being in training camp, going against these guys and giving the coaches a show or giving the lead a show of like, okay, if I have one good game, I can get myself on another roster. So that's what I was doing. I was taking one game at a time. Just if I can get 10 yards one play, if I can maybe break 30 yards one play, that means I got myself a better chance to make it to the 53-man roster.
For sure.
Yeah.
You're so adaptable.
Yeah.
I got to adapt.
Yeah. So speaking of the yardage and stuff, right? Take us back to that one play, because this is like one play I always keep going back and watching. That 61-yard touchdown. Take us back to that. Like, it seemed like you would have been on top of the world after all you've been through.
Oh yeah, man.
And then you just make everybody look crazy on one play.
Which one? The Tampa or the Chicago?
This was week 16.
Okay,
when you got the 61-yard.
Yeah.
And you scored the touchdown.
So that whole year, that was probably my best year. I believe that's the year. In that preseason, that's the year I finally made my first 53-man roster. So I made a 50-man roster my first time ever. And I remember the last game of preseason, they basically was saying like they already got their roster sold out. They got the last guy, Robert Kelly, he's going to be the guy to take the last roster spot. I remember going to that game, it was a hurricane that week. This is crazy. I'm going to go back to that question.
Yeah.
But it was a hurricane that week. We played a preseason game against the Bills on Saturday. We had to play our next preseason game on Wednesday.
Okay.
So we flew down Wednesday morning, played the game Wednesday afternoon. Think about that. That never happens in football.
Damn,
but I remember
that's a lot.
It was crazy, right?
You'll never travel on the same
at
day.
all. But I remember on the bus ride to the stadium against Tampa, I remember on the bus ride, I said, dang, man, it's 2016. Just 2 years ago, I'm at Florida on the bench thinking like, can I make it to the pros, right? Would I make it to the pros? And I started thinking about everything I've been through from park ball, high school, college. I said, this is my only shot. And I remember I get to the locker room in Tampa and asked my dad, I said, are you at the game? He said, I'm at the game. I said, hold on, it's a hurricane. He said, I'm not going to miss what you're going to show the world today for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He better show up.
You get what I'm saying?
Look.
But my dad and mom is my biggest fans. They never miss none of my games. So just when he said that one word to me, when he said that one sentence to me, it kind of put like a passion, like, oh, they in trouble. So remember early on I said about high school, 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, I had something that people had to feel me.
Yeah.
I had a spark that like, oh, they got to feel me this game. And that one play I did against Tampa, I think I made 9 guys missing one play and scored.
Yeah.
So after that game, I'm thinking like, I made a 53-man roster. I said, I'm at a position now in my skill set that I should be playing running back every game. That year, I thought I could win for 1,000 yards. A lot of guys like Deshaun Jackson, Vernon Davis, like Mack could really play running back. He should be one of our running backs that's playing every game. So the whole season, I didn't play running back at all the whole entire season. So we get to week 16, they finally give me my first carries from the whole season. So when I broke a 61-yarder, if you see when I scored, I threw my arm.
Yeah, I saw that.
In my head, I'm like, damn, fuck, I should have been.
I saw that. You did.
I would have been scored
just like that. I realized, yeah.
So I was just showing the coach like I should have been got the ball.
Man,
because that year in practice, I was scoring 40-yard runs the whole year in practice. So getting that touchdown was just like barriers, like
a release.
A release, like everything I've been through in college in my first year in the pros, like this what it's all about, man. I'm finally here.
That probably gave your confidence back. Like, bro, I knew I was right the whole time. They was wrong.
The whole time.
Like, bro, if I broke a 61-yarder on a third down, like in our own territory, like I mean,
and I broke, and you see the run, the starting safety, I beat him by like 7 yards to the end zone.
Yeah,
like,
and
I shot past him.
You know how sometimes when you get a breakaway, they still hawking you down. Bro, you was like,
I still going.
You still like, bro got some wheels, dog.
Yeah, man. And I scored more longer runs in the pros than I did in college.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was in a stage of resentment, like committing, or in the stage of depression. I never got myself out of it till I got to the pros. When things got real, like if I don't turn the wheel now, my football career is done.
Yeah.
So
how did that season end for you? Like, what was your relationship like with the Redskins? Like,
man,
what was next after that?
They signed me to another year on contract. So I'm on a 53-man roster in 2017. So I mean, I'm in year 3 in the NFL. So Washington did me. Man, Washington, I would never say anything bad about Washington. Washington did a hell of a job with me, man. They gave me an opportunity. I did 3 years in Washington. They made my dream come true as a little kid, being a pro athlete. I played with some of my best friends that's still my brothers till to this day.
That's what it's all about, man.
I mean, I proved a lot of people wrong. I mean, people say, like, you know how it is growing up. People say you're a great high school athlete, but you're a college bust. You get what I'm saying? So you hear that in your head all the time, but people can say that.
Right.
You're a hell of a high school athlete, but you're a college bust.
Yeah.
But what's next? I made it to the pros. So if I'm a college bust,
redemption.
you can't say that.
I
played 5 years in the pros, so I could be a hell of a high school athlete, might be a college bust, but hey, you still got to turn on Sunday. You see my name.
Yeah.
So,
right.
I think that journey is so incredible, though. Yeah, most people, like, as you know, as we all have said and know, like, you really have to prove yourself in college, and then hopefully you get a slide in the NFL. But for you to have to go through like all of that work and not get the redemption and the acceptance that you deserved, and then to later get it while you're actually on the field, like, that is really great for you.
You know, I tell you this though, like I tell a lot of people, like even people that's not athletes no more, we always athletes, but identity, right? The thing is, if you understand your true identity, what God give you, your self-worth, right? So like self-worth, identity, you God creation. If you lose yourself, how can you get it back? You got to search for it for a long time. And I think that's what happened to me at Florida. I lost my identity for a while. Like, I remember one time in practice, they threw me a swing pass, and I missed the whole swing pass. And I'm like, dang, I lost all my confidence.
Yeah.
But the identity wasn't because I lost my confidence. Identity is what I'm still Mack Brown at the end of the day. Like, I played for the Gators, but my last name is Brown, my first name Mack. So I got to stand up and put my 10 toes down. Like, listen, I'm still that guy.
Right.
I still could make these plays, but I got to bring it back out. And I remember the question you just asked, I'm just going back in the past, but for me to find my identity again it wasn't because I was on the track. I had to go back home and go to my old high school and pray on the field, or go to old stadiums where I sold out crowds and search, like, how was I so good at that moment, but I'm not good no more? And talking to myself in my bedroom in college when I was getting benched, I was like, how can I say, how was I good at that moment in high school, but I'm not good now in college? And I think we all get those identity crises come along, even when we lose
especially
football.
As athletes.
As an athlete,
yeah.
I'm not an athlete anymore, but what's my identity? So I think just by knowing your self-worth, what God created, is what I had to get back to myself. Like, I'm still that guy. And that's when the confidence came back, because I had to realize, like, I still can make you miss in the phone booth. But at moment in college, I feel like I couldn't make you miss in the middle of a road. It's 10-lane highway. I couldn't make you miss. But now I can make you miss in the phone booth because I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And I think people got to keep their identity and keep their confidence, whatever it is. And
you got to be who you are at all times.
Yeah.
You got to love yourself.
And especially in different situations. You probably was in a situation at Florida at one point where all the coach, you felt like the coaches didn't believe in you.
Yeah, I felt that.
And then it's like you probably depressed too.
Yeah.
And then you got injuries you battling. So you in your head a lot.
All day long.
You know.
And it feel like you just getting strangled. And you wake up in the morning, you feel like you're in a bad dream. Like you wake up like, I'm on campus still and I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Then, you know, on my notebook, so I was 13, it's like I want to win the Dope Walker. I want to win the Heisman. I want to be drafted. And none of those things happen for me. I want to win the SEC championship, national championship. That didn't happen. I want to be SEC Player of the Year. That didn't happen. So
I think, man, when you're young, that stuff does happen. But I think as you get older and you're maturing to a man, it's like it's harder to get into your own head because you've had so many experiences and you came out of them, and then you like, man, you know what? I know who I am now.
You know who you are.
I remember, man, I was playing in Dubai. This was like towards the end of my career. This is like my second to last job, and we was in Abu Dhabi on the road. I had 28 points, 27 rebounds, and we won on the road. They called me in the office and they cut me the next day. I started laughing. Like, it wasn't even I was like, bro, y'all stupid. Like,
They cut you after the game?
Bro, I had 28 and 27 the day before in Abu Dhabi on the road. And I just started laughing, dog, because it was just like,
you know you
it's
are.
no way you it's no way you can fuck with my company. Like, bro,
right.
I just treated them like boys, and they was like, man, we love the way you play. We just need somebody who can shoot from the outside. I'm like, well, you knew I didn't shoot from the outside before I came here.
Yeah.
So, from that point on, I was just trying to get them to pay me for the full season. But yeah, like it comes a point in time where, man, I'm unshakable, bro. I done been through everything
I've
already.
been through everything, bro.
You might could get me at 17, 18 when I'm trying to still figure it out. But as a man,
I've been through, I think about just the last 5 years. 6 years. I've been through everything. One of my best friends passed away from a brain aneurysm. I was the last person he talked to on the phone. My grandmother passed away. My uncle passed away. My cousin passed away. My dog passed. I lost my biggest contract. So I tell people all the time, man, I'm not going to use the word bulletproof, but I use the word as just becoming grown up.
Yeah.
When you become grown, I'm not going to say,
like
man.
the word bulletproof.
Yeah, I say bulletproof. I just say because even a woman or man, we all go through the same struggles. But I think so many things get drawn at us. We gotta understand, like we are becoming grown, and when you're on that journey of going through so many obstacles and barriers, and you feel like you overcome it. Like God say it too. Like God's gonna give His strongest soldiers the hardest battles. And once you understand that, you understand like, okay, when something bad happens, something big gonna happen. When a curse happens,
always getting
it gotta
tested,
come.
bro.
Yeah, it gotta happen.
You always getting tested, and you always gonna have to answer the bell.
Got to.
And that goes back to your father's mentality. As a boxer, like, bro, you gotta answer the bell. This is a one-on-one sport. It's either me or you.
That's it.
So Mac, I want to get into like this segment where we do like a rapid fire. I got like 5 questions for you. Tell me who the best player you ever played against in the NFL.
Best player I ever played against.
Well, you was like, man, phew, God.
Best player I ever seen?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm trying to think. I'm probably say Tom Brady.
Yeah?
I'll say Tom Brady.
Up close and personal is like that.
You know what? I'll tell you this. Okay, so I never seen Tom Brady up close and personal because it wasn't our division, but...
Yeah, I'm talking about actually played
Drew
against,
Brees.
like you on the field and you like, oh, shit.
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm a Saints girl. I can attest.
Mr. Offense.
Reason why I say that, because I remember in 2018, I was with the Vikings at the time, and you remember the game, Miracle on Turf, when Stephon Diggs scored that touchdown?
Yeah, Miracle on Turf, yeah.
If y'all pay attention to the whole game, we was beating the brakes off the Saints.
Yeah.
Drew Brees started going crazy.
Yeah.
I seen him making throws I never seen in my life.
Yeah.
I said, okay, he really is.
He's that
man.
dude.
He's that dude.
Yeah.
So I say Drew Brees is the best player I've ever seen up close.
What about who the best player you ever played with?
Man, Dominique Easley.
Okay. That's not
to me.
Okay.
To me personally.
What's so good about Dominique Easley?
To me personally, like best player I ever played with, I say at Florida.
Okay.
So I'm going back to college. So I'm gonna give you one
That's
for college
fine.
and one for pros. Dominique easily was a defensive tackle. I never seen anybody move like him and play the way he played. Like, he played like a kid. Like, he just get to the backfield so quick. He would tackle the quarterback and sack him and sit on their helmet. I never seen that before in my life. Like, he was like that, bro. Like,
He was playing in people's faces.
man, listen, if you look up Dominique Easley at University of Florida, I never seen nothing like that in my life.
Yeah.
Like, ever. And my brother Trent Brown, he probably is the best player I played with, but Trent became a better pro than college player.
Yeah.
You look at Trent now, Trent's still top 5 left tackle in the league to this day.
He be working with the horses too.
Yeah.
I be tapping in with him on TikTok.
Yeah, so he's the top 5 player right now. Like you look at him at tackle-wise, he's top 5 player. Like, it's Trent Williams, then you got a couple other guys.
Yeah.
Then you got Trent Brown. Trent Brown's definitely a top player, but in college-wise,
Yeah.
I'm going to say Dominique Easley.
Yeah.
Best player I ever seen.
So what would you tell 18-year-old Mack Brown? Like, what would you do differently? Like, what would you tell 18-year-old Mack Brown to either look out for or to do more of?
I tell 18-year-old Mack Brown, go to Florida. You're going to go through a lot of trials and tribulations. Stay in your Bible when things get hard, but stay what works. What work is, when you feel pain, you train.
Yeah.
When you feel pain, you stay 2 feet in and you attack the pain. Don't run away, get back on the road and go back home. Don't go away from the bases. Stay to the bases.
Don't lick your wounds.
So that's just like saying you wouldn't have did nothing different.
Nothing different.
Yeah.
I won't be the person I am now if I ain't go to Florida.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
But I would have definitely been on that track in my freshman year versus my senior year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
What would you tell a 18-year-old running back, specifically a running back that's going to go through potentially what you went through? Because that's that position. Like, what it's going to take to make a NFL roster, 53-man roster as a running back in the NFL? What would you tell that kid that's training right now?
I tell the 18-year-old running back to keep your athleticism. When you go to college, they want to tell you got to gain weight early. You got to get the muscle on you to get ready to take the compact you're going to take in college. But I tell the 18-year-old running back, if you ran track in high school, stay on that track in college, because you lose your athleticism in college because you gain more weight. And the only thing you do is focus on one sport. A multi-athlete, a dual-sport athlete is the best athlete.
Yeah, because they working on different muscle groups.
Different muscle groups.
Yeah.
And you transition in different ways, so different movement. I tell them to stay the course. It's going to get hard.
Yeah.
The best running backs in the pros now, and you got to be a dual threat running back. You can't just be a power back. You got to know how to catch the ball. So cross train, play receiver, catch kickoffs, catch punts. Stay on that track, keep your speed. Because if you get hawked down, and I can keep you. If you can break away, they're going to keep you. So.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's dope. And I know you got to get out of here. So Chantel, man, take us away.
Well, I had more. I wanted to hear him talk some more. You got to go?
Like 5 more minutes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just one other thing, I guess I gotta ask. So one of the things that I'm noticing when we sit down and we talk to athletes like you is just how sometimes like injuries can happen out of nowhere, right? And then your whole life just gets rocked, like literally. Yeah. And so you can be on the cover of magazines and everything, like you say. You have all of this like fame from your hometown where you went to high school. And then you go to college, and it could be a D1 school, and then you get injured, right? And then you're having to sit there and rethink your whole life and your self-worth and all of that stuff. But just in times where we've sat down with other athletes, it makes me really internalize, because I'm not a professional athlete, obviously, and never was. But just how in a moment's time, like your whole life can change, and all of the dreams that you had and were banking on, and your family's like legacy and what you thought that you would do differently for your family, right? Because of the opportunities you have, all of that stuff is no longer like on the table anymore at the drop of a dime. Like, how do you reconcile that inside, right? Because it could undo everything.
It definitely does. But my major injury, we didn't speak on that, but it was my last year playing pro. Well, the second to last year 4 for me. That's when I was in Minnesota. I got my biggest contract I ever got. My biggest contract. We don't have guaranteed deals unless you like one of those star players, but it was guaranteed for me. It was like, you sign for this deal, you're on the 53-man roster no matter what, and I'm on a 53-man roster in April early versus making it in August, right? I signed my contract April 7th. I tore my tendon April 22nd.
Oh my God.
Second day back in Minnesota. Tore my tendon off the bone. And tearing that tendon, I remember we was in a line. I remember Diggs was in my line. I ran behind Diggs. I remember Cook was on the side. I remember when I tore my tendon, Diggs looked at me. He's like, get up, man. I looked at him. I said, nah, I can't get up. And I knew from that injury, I never felt nothing like that in my life. It felt worse than breaking my leg. I said, my career gonna be done. In my head, I'm thinking
This
like,
it.
I'm not playing this year. I might play probably a couple years later, but I know I'm not playing this season. And from that moment on, I remember I was like, I gotta get ready to transition.
Yeah, you got to get ready for the transition.
Yeah, I said, I'm gonna go back to school one day. I'm gonna start focusing on something different. And I just signed my biggest contract 2 weeks before that. And then me telling some of my closest friends, like, I finally got a deal. I finally got some good money coming in.
Finally there.
I finally can send my mom and dad probably like $100,000. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and I tore it. I'm like, whoa. I said, hold on, this is different, bro. Like, I've been through that in college. I'm finally over the barriers. You get what I'm saying? I'm finally like on the other side of things, and this happened again.
Keep having setbacks, man.
I said, wow. I'm like, I look back at things. I'm like, man, where did that come from? You know, like,
right.
And then you also got to think too, like,
The
man,
attacks.
Yeah.
the NFL got a lifespan, right?
Lifespan,
Let's say if it's 5 years. I know the NBA is 7. But as a running back, it's even shorter.
Like 2.
Yeah, 2, 3.
2, 3, yeah.
So like you was already beating the system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You was ahead of the game. So it's like really like, God damn, like this might be it.
But man, listen, if you understood, if you see me sign this contract in April, I'm definitely already in the top 3 on the depth chart going into spring. First time ever happened in my life. I always want the bottom of the depth chart going to spring. I'm top 3 on the depth chart going to spring.
That's the worst time.
You get what I'm saying? And basically, I signed a 1-year deal, but in August, if I would have did good in training camp, the end of August, I probably would have signed a 2-year deal for my first $1 million contract.
It was just getting to where you wanted.
Come on, my preseason, I lead. If you look at my stats, I lead the preseason every year for 3 years straight. So year 4, I'm gonna lead the preseason again. It's easy for me. These guys, it's easy. I'm gonna take my time.
It's hard.
Guys, they're gonna overtake, trying to tackle me. I'm gonna take my time and break backside. I'm gonna score. So I already knew my schedule. I knew my regimen. I know I'm gonna score a couple touchdowns in preseason. Week 1, I'm gonna score. Then by week 2, I'm gonna sign a new deal. I didn't even make it to. I didn't make it to the preseason. I didn't make it to week 2.
So I think what we're hearing is just how important it is to have a plan, really, to have something else that you're good at or something else that you like, that interests you, that could help you.
And something that you, like you said, like too, because things you like in life, you'll fall in love with it after a certain amount of time. As a little kid, you don't like brush your teeth, but you start loving it when you realize your teeth white and you got a pretty smile on camera. So like, it's no more things called a backup plan, I feel like.
Yeah.
I tell kids now, like, let's stop talking about backup plan. Don't talk about that. No more backup plans. Let's talk about dual plan. It's a dual plan.
It's a dual plan.
While
I like that.
While we in high school and we training to get an NIL, or even if we on the back burner and we got to get an NIL in college. While you in high school, figure out what you want to do in college and studies. You know, that's why I'm in my PhD program. Right. I want to show people, like, listen, we don't got to always be athletes or musicians. We could be a doctor. We could be an attorney. We could be a physician. You know what I'm saying? We could do something different. We could be a professor in college. We could be a UX designer. Just different things. Let's reach for something greater in life versus just being an athlete. Because all athletes, none of us going to play sports our whole life.
And you're different though, Mac, because I feel like the whole time you were talking, I'm listening to all of this and I'm hearing the different transitions that you've gone through, and I'm hearing what I know had to be some inner turmoil because of the things happening and how you react to it inside. And it's like, but somehow though, like you just kind of kept going and you rose to the occasion. And I'm sure that there were like, the days are long, right? And the years are short. So I'm sure it sounds like, oh, in retrospect, like I got through it, but I know it couldn't have been too easy. No. But you did. And so it just sounds like the way you handled it could not be the ordinary way that people handle it when they suffer such a life-changing career-ending injury or something like that, right? That causes their career to end earlier than they anticipated. So, like, I feel like in order for you to not be that dude that is angry after he gets hurt, that goes broke immediately after he gets hurt, that feels like life just like really did a number on him and now he's just like on the defense and just mad at the world. Like you kind of really gotta have dual plans because you it's so easy to be like, dang, my whole life is over and now you mad at the world kind of thing. Like in order for you to not fall into that mental trap, you really do need to have a plan, or else it's like when it's over, it's over.
I mean, like you said, the years are short, but I mean, in college, I went through 3 years of being depressed. Mm-hmm. And if you take away some of my closer friends in college, like my roommate Mike and my my brother Ron that passed away, and my boy Trent, or even my other guys I played with in college, Bullard, Valdez. If you take those guys away when I was in college, and you take away calling my mom, my dad, or my uncle that passed away, he's my prayer partner. If you take everybody away, I don't know how I would survive.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'll be to this day.
Good to have a village.
And going to my last year in the pros and on the Oakland Raiders, and I think that's how God worked, man. I think God gave me the hardest journey as a top player coming out of high school. He gave me a tough road so I could speak to people about how to react and how to be proactive in life, right? And I think the reason why my story is still being written because I'm taking academia serious. It's not just for me, it's for to encourage people. But my last year in the pros, right? In the preseason, I'm on a team with my boy Trent Brown. How is that even possible? Think about that, right? My boy that passed away in Ron Ball, his last team was the Raiders. Why did God bring me to the Raiders for my last team? With my brother Trent Brown and my boy Ron Ball that passed away. His last team was the Raiders. So I think God put things and he show you without you knowing of like, I'm gonna put you around your brothers and it's your last haul, but it's not your last thing.
Yeah. And he'll know that you'll know.
Yeah, and like talking to y'all now, I didn't think about it till now. Like, my last NFL snap was with my brother Trent. And my last NFL snap was on the team that my boy Naran passed from. That's his last team.
Yeah,
that's deep.
Like the breadcrumbs.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So, and looking back at it now, one of my teammates texted me yesterday. He was like, "Man, you inspiration. I see what you posting." And I'm like, "How?" I said, "You still playing? How am I inspiration?" He like, "I just see the way you moving." And dividends and return on investments not always coming back. I took a whole year off from real estate. It was hard for me a couple years ago. I took a whole year off from real estate when I was doing it. And I said, I'm going to just focus on my doctorate program.
Yeah.
And I look back at things now, like, God is good. I'm like, I'm about to be a doctor in like 9 months.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not making all the money, but, like, things I'm checking off my list, I'm checking off. So I tell people now, like, listen, man, just, you got to follow your plan. Just take your time and check off the list.
Yeah. And I'll say this, too. When you get back into real estate, man, you got any questions or anything, man, holler at me. I got you.
Oh, no, I appreciate
Pro bono.
that.
It's all good.
Sure.
I just want to see you progress. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Got you.
Levels. Glory to glory. I love it.
Appreciate it.
All right. So everybody, thank you for joining us for another episode of Developing Athletes. We're so grateful that we had Mack Brown sit down with us today. Shadzilla, until next time.
Until next time. Appreciate you, Matt, coming through. Glad I bumped into you in Vegas, man. You got good energy, bro. I think we going to, have a good relationship for a long time, man.
Yeah.
So,
and any finance issues, concerns, challenges, any clarifications you need, definitely
tap in with Mack Brown.
Sure,
you know, definitely. Financial advisor. Gonna be good to you and give you some good advice. So
appreciate that.
especially to all you athletes, like
you need, bro, because he
them.
speak the same language.
Yeah,
that's why I like working with athletes, man. We speak the same language and we got each other's best interests. So
they know the blind spots.
Definitely tap in.
I bring the same mindset.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mack.
Appreciate you guys for having me on the show. Thank you.
All right, let's go. Appreciate it.